Hey everyone, French Tutor here. So I'm getting a lot of comments about how to use Waveplates efficiently. So I wanted to make a quick video about this topic. And to answer that question, it depends on your union level. Alright, let's get right into it. Okay, so for pre-union level 10 and Soul 3 phase 1, my advice? Focus on getting to union level 10. If you have time to play, you really don't have to worry about wave plates right now at this point. The rewards are very minimal. For example, on this account, I'm in Soul 3 Phase 2 right now. I'm at Union level 13. I actually leveled this up for this video actually. If you take a look at my rewards right now, let's say for simulation training, right? So I took a screenshot of what my rewards look like in Soul Phase 3 level 1. So if you see right here, look at that difference. It's like 16,000 of shell credits, and you also don't get any purple rewards. And to get to union level 10, it's pretty quick. Like if you follow the main story quest line, you can get there quickly. Even exploring, getting chests, you can get there very quickly. And even if you cannot do it in one day, let's say, right? Try to let your refined wave plates stack up, right? Because let's say your wave plates are full, these will start stacking up, and then you can use these later for better rewards. The only exception is people who reroll and try to get to union level 5 fast enough to get some rewards. But in general, don't even think about wave plates. Just get to union level 10 as quickly as possible, unlock your dailies, and then go from there. Okay, now at union level 10 or Soul Phase 2, focus on doing the simulation training. Focus on these 3 materials: character experience, weapon experience, and shell credits. Now this is when you want to first start building your main DPS character. Then focus on your sub DPS and then your healer. Like focus on building your team. Like let's say for my Kakaro, I leveled them up to 40 already. Like max out your main DPS's weapon. Focus on that. And then like you can't level up skills yet either, and you can't even do these domains yet. But let's be more specific. There's 3 things in simulation training. Get the materials you need. If you ran out of resonance potions for character experience, get that, or weapon experience. And then, you might need a good reserve for the next Soul 3 phase, okay? So you might want to farm more if you like. Yeah, if you're not sure, just go for shell credits. You use it for everything. Like you use it for like when you're sending your characters, right? It costs money. It costs money to ascend your weapons as well. Later on, leveling up your skills is gonna cost money. And I feel like, yeah, it's like a more rare resource in my opinion. I feel like because you just use it so much. So as long as you level up your weapons and your characters, and if you're not sure what to farm, just go for shell credits. Okay, and then later on, yes, you can unlock boss challenges, right? And some other things. Well, let's first talk about this. Why do we not want to do boss challenges? In my opinion, the rewards are not worth it. For these character ascension materials, you don't even need them right now, first of all, right? And you can only get one of these at this Soul phase, and that's not really good. So here's a comparison with my Soul 3 Phase 3 account, actually, with a Soul Phase 2. You can see here, you have a chance of getting 2 of those boss mats at Soul Phase 3, which is from Union 20 and up. So let's say, for example, I want to ascend my Sanhua. It's gonna require 3 of these boss mats for her to ascend. At Soul Phase 2, I have to do it exactly 3 times. But when I get to Union level 20, I can just do this maybe like 2 or 3 times. And these add up. Okay, so now let's say I have Sanhua, right? And then what if I need to also ascend Baizhe and she's using the same materials, right? So instead of doing exactly 6 times, I could just do it in like 3 to like 4 or 5. So you don't have to do the bosses. You'll get more later. Okay, but maybe we're talking about being efficient a little too much too. If you kind of want to get a head start, right? You can also just pre-farm for these materials too. It might not be the best investment, but if you feel like you want to be stronger for the next Soul 3 phase, you can go on ahead and just pre-farm as well. But getting just one of these boss materials just feels bad. And then you unlock weekly bosses on Act 4. But should you do them? It actually depends. Rule of thumb, you want to do your weekly bosses towards the end of the week. Like for me, the last day to do weekly bosses is on a Sunday. So let's say I started my account on Monday, and if I'm able to get to Union level 20, Soul 3 Phase 3, I want to do my weekly bosses then because I'll get more rewards, right? But let's say I started this game like on Saturday, and then I might not have time to do these rewards. You should probably do them, especially if it's like the last day. You can only do these 3 times. And yeah, like getting these mats are super limited. So try to do these towards the end of the week. And then if you feel like you can get to Union level 20, go for it. Do it then. You don't even have to do it during Soul Phase 2. And then later, I didn't unlock it yet. You'll see Tacet fields. Don't do them. It's an endgame thing. It's not worth it. And I'll explain more later. Okay, now you hit Union level 20 and then you hit Soul 3 Phase 3. This is when everything changes. So I say the game officially starts here. The first thing you need to do, you have to do your bosses for Ascension materials. Why? Because now you can level up your skills. And when you level up your skills, it gives you a massive amount of damage. But in order to do that, what happens is, if you don't ascend your character, right? I need to ascend Yang Yang for here, for instance. I cannot level up my skills. So do you see how it works? You have to ascend your characters first, so you have to fight the bosses for the mats first. So now, you gotta level up your skills, and what do you need? You need these materials for weapons and skills. And this is what unlocks at Soul Phase 3. So now, what you should focus on is, mainly in Union level 20, you want to focus on these materials. Your weapon and skill materials. Why? As I said, the skills will give you a lot of more damage. And then you can use these materials for weapons too, obviously. So 2 things, right? But have you seen the rewards for this kind of domains? Let me show you. And when you complete these forgery challenges, you also get these like mats you get from echoes. You can use these to level up your weapons and skills as well. So it's very helpful to have. It could save you some time from fighting more echoes and stuff like that. Right now, the rewards seem very little, but later on, you get more of these, trust me. And so many characters use so many of the same resources for these forgery challenges. So let's say for sword, right? Let's look at all the characters that need sword mats, right? I have Sanhua, I have Yang Yang, I have Danjin that I have to level up. They all need sword materials. So I am definitely going to spend more on these skill mats like this. So now at this soul phase, like simulation challenges are used less. Well, first, let's say in the overworld, you open chests, do quests, you're going to get these, right? But when you do quests and other things, like in the overworld, you're not gonna get like weapon and skill materials. They're locked behind using Waveplates. And then when you do events, like if you take a look at the event rewards, right? Most of the things that you get are going to be like shell credits, and then like character and weapon experience from these events. Yes, you can get like those weapon and skill mats here, like from these chests, but they're more rare. Like the things you get from simulation training, they're gonna give out more, like the shell credits and all that. So now simulation challenges are just for like when you really need to build your characters and stuff. Try to get the most you can from events and from the overworld, as much as you can, and then if you really need them, go ahead, do some simulation challenges. And definitely, yes, do your weekly challenges every week, but as I said before, make sure you do it towards the end of the week. And again, don't do these Tacet fields. You still don't get these gold tuners or any of the gold like seal tubes. As endgame materials, you want them gold. So I think now it's a good segue to talk about when to do Tacet fields. Once you get to Union level 30 and you get to Soul Phase 4, you pretty much want to repeat exactly what I told you before. Fight bosses, get Ascension materials, and then the skill and weapon materials. And then when you don't have any sources of getting these weapon, character experience, and shell credits from like events and the overworld, then you can do simulation challenges. And of course your weekly bosses. Once you have more characters built, right, now you should be building maybe like even 5, 6 characters. And then once you max out your DPSs, right, and then like level your supports to a good amount, you want to do that first. Getting these are all guaranteed rewards. But these echoes are very, very random. You might get terrible drops. So do everything like that first. They're all guaranteed things. You'll get these rewards when you do them, and it's guaranteed damage. These echoes are going to be random. They're going to have random stats. They're going to have a lot of useless stats. Sometimes it won't be worth it. Oh, and by the way, these turn gold, so that's why it's something you can consider doing. So what I would recommend is once you level everyone, right? Once you did all the things you need to do, and then maybe just a little bit when you have excess wave plates, then potentially you can start working on these just a little bit. Don't do this too much. So this would be what, around like maybe towards the end of like union level 35 and up, maybe like towards the end of that, even like 38 or 39. I would start focusing this more like once you hit union level 40, and then again do all the things, you know, level your characters and skills and everything, then you can do more of these. And then towards the end game, when you have nothing else to do, when you maxed out every character, max level everything, then you'll probably do a lot of these. So that's how you can use your wave plates. Okay, and here's my last pro tip, but it's a little risky, so be careful. Right before you get to around the next, like you jump to another next Soul 3 phase, right? So let's say Union level 28 or 29. If I know I'll be able to play more later, what I would do is I would actually max out my wave plates. And then I would let my refined crystals stack up. Why? Because I want to use these in the next Soul 3 phase. So that means I'll get more rewards, right? So it's a pro tip. It's a risky move. Like, don't do this if you can only play it for a few hours or you're not sure what's happening the next few days. Don't do it. But this is what I've been doing once this feature was unlocked. I know this is a beginner guide, but it's worth noting for sure. Alright, thank you so much for watching my video. If you found it helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe. I'm having a lot of fun making these beginner guide videos, so I think I'm gonna keep doing them, so make sure to tune in, okay? Alright, take care now.